Hey friends, welcome in. So this week is gonna be a lot. I have some appointments that I'm excited but not excited for. Like, I'm excited that they're finally happening, but I'm a little anxious about them. So I'm gonna do what I usually do when I'm anxious and read. Um, so like in the title, I'm going to be looking at my phone pickups and reading those pages. I was looking at my phone pickups for the last week. I'm starting on Sunday, so I will be starting this tomorrow because today is Saturday. And I should be putting this over here somewhere. For Sunday, so tomorrow, I think that is 127 or 129, whatever is up there. I Depending on what I read today and then like what I have left of this book, I could be finishing this tomorrow with that phone pickup. I also love how like the numbers for the phone pickups are kind of like a little bell curve, like they kind of just, which makes sense because I think Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day had the most pickups, I was like using the bus more, so that makes sense that I was like on my phone to look at the maps. Anyways, like I said, I am on page 172 of this. There's 378. So I'm mathing. A little over 200 pages, I think. Or not. I don't know. Anyways, depending on what I read today, this could be showing up tomorrow. What else do I want to be reading in this? Like I just said in my wrap up of my last video, I think I'm feeling like summer thrillers. I also fear that right now I'm not getting the romance itch scratched from this. So I think that I want to pick up a summer romance, but I specifically want a disabled romance, like some disability rep, maybe some queer characters. I did find that this one does have a bisexual main male character, which we don't see enough bisexual men reps, so I'm kind of enjoying that. But it was just casually mentioned. I wish we had more. But looking for some like summary thrillers, summary romances, maybe a horror because it is summerween right now. But I think I might want to keep it a little bit hopeful just because this week is a lot. So I guess we will start with the pickups and the pages tomorrow, and I will just continue my day today. Today is actually 4th of July, so I'm not going to be busy because I'm not like super big on celebrating 4th of July other than eating, but also like right now, some of my health issues are that I can't eat, so I will probably just be chilling, honestly. But hopefully reading, hopefully playing some games, having some fun, and I'll see you tomorrow. It is the next day, and clearly I have just risen, and I'm in front of a mirror, so you can see that. It is officially the first day of this weekly challenge thing. We are in a new location, my office, because my spouse is still sleeping and I don't want to be rude. And also my AC is running and it's really loud. But today we have 129 pickups, which means 129 pages. It is currently 10 a.m. I think we can do that. The only thing I have to do today is go to a friend's house, and like do a barbecue, hang out type of thing. Um, and like I will be socializing, but I do have the option of bringing my Kindle. Um, which, speaking of my Kindle, last night from the library, I finally got my hold in of God in the Woods, God of the Woods, one of them. I started this last night. I'm intrigued. I can see why people like it. It is on my 26 and 26. And yeah, I'm going to be eating it up if it continues as it does. So I'm glad that I have that good option for a Kindle because I was not liking the Bog Wife. But today, right now, I'm going to take my coffee, if I can drink it, and I am going to sit down with my heating pad because we are in a pain flare, and we are going to read The Someday Garden, which I did not bring in here with me. Like I said, 129 pages should not be bad. What is, and maybe a little bit bad, is tomorrow I have 189, which is kind of crazy. And I think I'm gonna do this the way that, like, if I read over, that's gonna count for tomorrow, because tomorrow I have a lot busier of a day. I have volunteering, and then I have commuting to work, and then I have work, which, to be fair, to and from commuting to those things, I will be on the bus, so it'll be longer, and then I can have my Kindle, and I can have an audiobook, which I don't think I talked about the audiobook, but I'm listening to Sunburn, which is like an Irish YA, I think, coming of age, queer summer romance type of thing, and there's a lot of longing and I'm liking it. But I'm hoping that with the amount of commuting I have to do tomorrow that we can get to what we have to get to. But right now it's 129 pages. We should be able to do this. Let's get going. I will say I'm worried that with the amount of times, because I'm still filming on my phone, obviously, that's going to contribute to the pickups, but I'm hoping that with this, it helps reduce the screen time of me actually, scrolling, doing all that shit, right? Okay, bye. Okay, I come bearing an update, alright? It's been like an hour, it's around 11, I've read 76 pages. I fear I'm eating this up. Towards the beginning of my reading this, like just now, like when I was still like 30 or so pages into what I've been reading today, I was like, I don't know about this one. I think I'm gonna give it like a 3. Like I could go either way, but then I kept reading. And like, so there's 2 love interests. One of them I don't like, and one of them I'm like, but of course we have miscommunication, we have jumping to conclusions / like just a lot of emotions, which is kind of pissing me off. But there was a moment that I was kicking my feet and I was like, okay, I think it's bringing me back in. And it does have the little small town, which I love a small town. I really do just wish that this was most of the book. Like it felt like for like the first like 2/3 of this, because right now I'm on page 256. I was just like, okay, like it's a little bit too heavy on the gardening, so it was taking me out of the setting out of the story. I was just like, why do I care? That is so loud. I'm so sorry. But it's getting me back into it. I'm starting to like it, and I'm like, what if I started gardening? But I have right now 256. There's 369 pages, so I have like 103 pages left. I could probably do that today, the way I'm going. Like I said, I think I said I'm 70 something pages in to the challenge for today, so I only have like 50 pages left for today, which is crazy. So I'm definitely gonna go into tomorrow, which I think the numbers just keep going up, honestly, the next couple days for less screen time. So maybe today I'll just make a dent and just keep chipping away at the future numbers, because I'm gonna want to read God in the Woods, but I am like about this. So yeah, I just wanted to come do an update, and I'm gonna go back to reading. Probably do an update once I finish the next 129 pages, unless something happens. But as far as like comparing this to Novel Love Story, the other one that I read by her, man, I the setting of Novel Love Story though is so cute. And obviously it's about books, so I like it. But it is making me want to pick up 7 Year Slip, which I do have. So maybe that will be next. But right now, I think I like a Novel Love Story a little bit more. I know that sounds like love. It's not, I've heard it's not as great, but maybe. If you are really into gardening, and if you don't mind the miscommunication, I would suggest this one. Which is crazy because I was gonna say don't read it, but I think she just takes a while to like build a story, you know? Anyways. Okay, I think I'm fine now. I've tried to record this update like 3 times, and there's kids that are being so annoying. Anyways, I did it. I finished the 129 pages, but I also read 56 extra and finished the book. I think I'm gonna rate it like a 3.5. I was kicking my feet, like I said in the last update. I was really enjoying it, but the end felt very rushed. There were some like inconsistencies where I'm like, how did we end up here? And it just kind of missed the mark. Like I teared up a little bit because it has some emotional like undertones in it about grief and you know, family and all of that, but still like a 3.5. It felt a little disconnected. It felt a little, I don't know, and maybe it's just some of the topics just didn't feel right for me. I still recommend it to those who want to read it. Still a decent romance. It just felt a little bit fast. Like the actual romance part didn't start until the last 200 pages, which cool, but I don't know. So yeah, 3.5. Like I said, I did read 56 pages extra, and I think we have 189 tomorrow. So I think that puts us, if I'm mathing correctly, at 133. Which with tomorrow being a busier day sounds a little bit harder. But I still am in a reading mood today, so I might still knock some pages off for tomorrow. I'm trying to also limit myself because I don't want to completely leave me with like no pages tomorrow, but I want to also set myself up for success, right? So yeah, 3.5. I am still in romance mood, but I also kind of want to pick up something like horror for Summerween. So, and I want something physical. I do have God in the Woods on my Kindle, which I'm probably gonna read later at barbecue. But I think for physical right now, I want to pick up The Caretaker by Marcus Kliewer. If I am feeling romance, I might move to, I have Red, White, and Royal Blue. I'm looking at my romance shelf. I also do have one that I'm supposed to read this month that I'm not that super excited for, that we could try out, or I do have The 7-Year Slip, which I don't know if I want to jump into another Ashley Poston, whatever the hell right now, but we also have Me Before You, which I could do. I honestly have read a lot of the romances I have, but yeah, decent book. Glad I read it. Glad I got it off my TBR. Don't know what I'm gonna count this for Hercules yet, but I will go do that. Gonna go feed myself and chill, and then I'll update or show what I read next. But yeah. Hey friends, I'm tired. It is currently 7:40 in the morning. Next day, Monday. I read technically yesterday more, but it was like half a page, if that. If you hear things, it is my cat trying to lick his bowl because he's hungry. Don't worry, that boy is so fat and he eats a billion times a day and he's just waiting for his automatic feeder. Anyways, I have my coffee because I'm exhausted. I think I have to leave for the bus here soon, hopefully. I think like within the next half hour, which this needs to change, right? We have the pajama shirt from the same day, and I need to drink this coffee. There's a chance that I might not be working today. I'm like emailing my client right now. But anyways, gonna be heading to volunteering. So, all to say, we read, I think it was 56 pages extra yesterday. Today the goal is 189, so I think that was 133 for today. We will see how much I get done. The bus ride to the library where I'm volunteering this morning is only like 20-30 minutes. Anyways, but I also have like 20 minutes before my shift starts, so I have some time. I probably won't vlog like at the library to give you an update, so I'll just kind of show you my Kindle, I guess. And then depending on what I do after, if I go to work, whatever, the bus ride to work after volunteering is longer, almost 2 hours, so I definitely have time to get some pages in. But we will see. Like I said, exhausted. That tastes like ass. I gotta put more shit in it. But I gotta go get ready. Maybe I'll be smart and put an audiobook on, but also probably not. Okay, bye. Okay, it's literally like a minute later. My client did like kind of cancel. I have a meeting virtually, but it's different. So I will be able to go home after. But also I just checked and the bus isn't coming till later, so I have an hour. So right now I think I'm going to read for a little bit, wake up with some coffee, and then get going on getting ready because I need to. But we have time. Okay, so I only let myself read for like 10-15 minutes and I read like 10 pages. I'm reading God of the Woods on my Kindle. This is so drama. This is so camper summer drama, which is exactly what I need. I don't love stories about wealthy people. They just kind of annoy me. but I can see the appeal. I don't know, something about bad things happening to wealthy people. Last night, the like half page of something I was talking about, I did start Tapestry of Fate. I have it in the other room. But I have that on hold from the library, and I'm really excited about it because I really enjoyed Amina Sirafi, the first book in that series. I did have to Google last night all what happened in the first book because I completely forgot. And I wasn't sure if I was going to be in a fantasy mood for this, but I did spend yesterday like watching Pirates of the Caribbean, and then also playing the Lego version, and it put me in a pirate mood. So we will be reading that. And I do have this. I still definitely want to pick up a romance if I can find one. And I have the Caretaker. But right now I need to go get ready. Maybe listen to my audiobook of Sunburn. And we will see. But 10 pages down. 123 to go. Why did I do this to myself? Okay, so my Zoom meeting ended. Like, literally, like, the meeting just cut us off. So I'm just gonna do some, like, admin work for the next, like, 45 to an hour. Try to listen to an audiobook, and see if I can convert that to pages. And then probably read physically. Maybe take a nap or a shower. Actually, I shouldn't take a nap because I found out I have to work tomorrow in person at like 9 a.m. Which means that I have to be on the bus awake at like 6. So I probably should not nap. But I will drink some caffeine and probably some actual hydration and get going on working. But wanted to update that my work, some of it is done. Okay, hey friends, I did my work. Ooh, I keep getting some weird pains in my ovary. Anyways, I did my work. I listened to audiobook. I listened to, and I converted the pages. Sorry. I listened to 42 pages. There's some kids screaming. I'm sorry about that. I just kind of want to watch YouTube right now. At least for a little bit. I could read, theoretically, but yeah. Listen to 42 pages. I have, let's see, 128 minus 42. 86 pages left. Did I say that right? 128? No. 86 pages. I'm telling myself that's easy. I know it's not. Like, realistically, if I think about that, that's not easy to do tonight. And it's, I don't have a watch, but I think it's like 4 p.m. right now. My spouse gets home at 5, and usually when they get home, I don't want to do anything. And like, I could read for an hour and be smart, but I do just want to watch YouTube. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I think that this pain's gonna be distracting anyways, and I'll just read once they get home. So as far as like we can read together, I know I'm setting myself up for failure because tomorrow I haven't looked. I don't know what the page count is, but I work in the morning, but at least I think I'll have the rest of the day. So if I do have to read today's and tomorrow's, see, I'm doing bad things, but right now, just want to watch YouTube. That's it. No one can be mean to me. You can't. Okay. Okay. I'm back. I watched a couple videos, right? I think that I'm gonna do some editing, maybe do some chores, and listen to audiobooks, because that was getting me good pages. I don't know. I know that audiobooks are technically cheating because I'm supposed to be doing like pages. But reading's reading. And with the amount of pages I have, if I don't do an audiobook, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna put in some headphones, do some chores, do some editing for like an hour, and we will see what I do. I probably won't update for a while, but hey friends, I am doing some organizing just of like things that don't really need organizing, but anyways, I have been, like I said just now, cleaning and listening to Sunburn. This one is a book club pick for Kendall's Patreon. I'm liking it, but not. Like, so, I don't think I've talked about this premise, but it's like basically like Irish lesbian. I don't know how else to talk about it. Like, set in high school, we're following this main character who starts falling for her friend, and it's a lot of pining, it's a lot of small town. I am feeling very seen as far as growing up queer in a small town, and this book also talks a lot about like seeing your parents grow up in a small town and just continue the same things that people do in small towns do. Like, they just live the same life, they just know the same people, they're supposed to marry the same people to keep like families still together, you know. And it's very interesting to see that. But I just got to the halfway mark, so another 30 pages. So I think that's like, what did I say? I'll have to put the number here. Anyways, I think we have like 50 pages left to go for today. That feels more doable physically than 80. I'm still kind of cleaning, but I don't want to listen more to audiobook because I'm not supposed to. Like, we have like a weekly check-in, but I do have this Libby hold for another 10 days, so I have to kind of speed it up. But I think I'm just gonna put this stuff away here and then maybe go move to my Kindle. I do feel like I'm feeling more of the, what is it, God of the Woods right now, and I could probably pick that up right now. So I'm gonna go do that, and then we will look at also probably the next update. Hopefully I remember to do this, but looking at what the number is for tomorrow. So little update. I have read like 9 pages, and because it was 9 pages because it was like all like a Spanish book. I'm reading Tender as a Flesh, but in Spanish, the original, like how it was written. So reading 9 pages is definitely a lot of work, but that puts me at 45 pages for the rest of the night. It is currently 9 p.m. and I have to get up early, so I think 45 pages is doable. What is not doable is tomorrow's pages. I looked at it. Tomorrow is 192. But wait, Wednesday, 236. I don't know how I'm gonna do a full week of this. And I need to be off my phone more. So I think I can do the 45 pages tonight, hopefully. And I will definitely keep counting audiobook time. In fact, maybe more. And so I think it's gonna be God of the Woods because I'm getting tired. Tomorrow, like I said, early morning, should be able to listen to audiobook at least, or read Guide of the Woods to work and then on the way back. Because it's an early morning shift, I'm not assuming that it'll be a long day as far as work-wise. It might be a long day just commute-wise. So hopefully that means that I can get through like more. I don't know, we'll see. We probably won't see any updates tomorrow until I'm back home, just because I have to leave the house at like 6 a.m. and I'm not going to be filming then. And updates, yeah, just I'll probably be dead tomorrow and I don't think it'll be good. So I don't know why this is gonna suck so bad. And if I fail, I fail. That's okay. I'm trying to tell myself that. Anyways, I have to go right now. Hey friends, this is editing Kai. I definitely ended up failing that day. Okay, bye. Okay, I lied. It's currently like 6:14 in the morning. That's how I feel about it. I've been up since before 4, because my cats decided to wake me up and then my brain couldn't shut up. And because of that, I read, but I only read like 30 pages, so don't be too proud of me. But we read. I need to drink coffee and get ready, but I wanted to give that update of I read 30 pages and now I'm going to go do the thing. Okay, yes, now I'm back. Sorry, I'm in a mood, but not really. It's now 3:10. I'm exhausted. I feel like total, but like I don't feel good at all. And this is probably gonna be the only update I do tonight, unless it's gonna be like showing you a page count, because I can't hold things up. Like, I'm just so weak, and so nauseous. But I did the work, I did the thing. I'm obviously back. And I read, let's see, I'm on page 168. Gosh. And I started this morning at 76, so that's, I think, 92 pages. And I read 30 this morning, so I guess I read 62 pages today, which is pretty good. I didn't end up doing audiobooks yet. I'm probably gonna do that today. Also, like, just because I don't feel good, and I doubt, I mean, we'll see if I improve. I don't know if this is gonna be a success. Because what? I said I've read 92 pages. We still have 100 pages to go, and it's 3 o'clock. And then tomorrow's a lot. Thankfully tomorrow I have tomorrow off, but I have a couple appointments. So we will see. I just wanted to update on page count. I'll update later if I did the thing or not, but I'm gonna go lay down and do whatever I need to do. Yeah, that's the reality of sometimes with living with a lot of chronic illnesses that just aren't being managed correctly by my doctors. This is what happens. Okay, hi friends. Sorry, I'm itchy, I guess. It's like 8 in the morning the next day. I failed yesterday, and we knew that was gonna happen. Yeah, I did not feel good last night. I feel a little bit more energy today, more pain. I think I'm getting my period, which is not fun. For people with endo, it is insane, okay? Anyways, yesterday, reading-wise, I got to page 215 of God of the Woods. So that's 47%. So that means I started that, like, as far as yesterday at page 76. So, if I'm doing my math correctly, which probably not, that should be around 140 pages we did yesterday. So we did meet the goal, but that's pretty good. For a working day and just like a lot of commuting, that feels pretty good. Today, what do I have? Today I have a doctor's appointment that I'm ready to go to, and then to like pick up some meds, and then I have therapy later on. So not much else. And the doctor's appointment is somewhat near, but still like busing to it and from it, and everywhere. But the other, like the therapy I have is at home, so I should have time to read, because today I have 236. Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen, but we can read as much as we can, right? And let me see how many pages there are even in this book. And actually, I was wrong about my page count just now, just counting at 140, because I read like 10 or so pages of, where is it? Tender as the Flesh, Exquisito Cadaver, that one. Which I'm probably not going to finish that one for book club next week, because I'm only on page like not even a third of the way through it, and it's just taking me a while because I'm having to translate everything, which obviously I knew I was going to have to do, but I should have given myself more time because it's hard. Anyways, there are 477 pages of God of the Woods, at least on the Kindle edition. So if I read 236 of just this, I'm still going to be reading this, which is crazy. But I do have Tapestry of Fate, which I almost hit myself in the head with. I do feel like I want to read a little bit of this. When I'm in pain, I want to be in like a fantasy world, because I don't want to think about what I'm going through. And how am I feeling about God of the Woods right now? It's just a lot of rich people drama. I feel so bad for some of the characters, especially Alice. But she's also kind of like perpetuating it. Like, the main reason I feel bad for her is her husband's a piece of shit. But also, like, she doesn't do anything about it. Like, okay, that sounds very victim blaming, but I mean, as far as like, it's not even like they're like even before like abuse, like she like was always just like very like meek, didn't want to talk while like in a room, and just kept like being like, yeah, like I do what people tell me to do, so that's what I do. But then like is also doing that like with her children, like, oh well, I'm just gonna let other people do that because I just listen to people. And I'm just like, and I got this in like 1950s, 60s, actually yeah, I think 60s, which I'm like, girl, come on. I don't know, but overall, like, I'm interested in what's happening. There's just a lot happening, and it's kind of hard to keep it straight, but I don't have any theories. I don't have any notes of what I think will be happening. I just want to find out. I mean, it's a little bit long because I just feel like it's doing a lot. And I'm like, we could maybe dial it back a little bit and just have a mystery of this missing girl. Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I have to go finish getting ready, as usual. So yeah, I'll take this on the bus and read it now as I'm like eating breakfast, and we'll see how far I get today. I might update if I have big thoughts about this, I guess, and this, but probably not more because I'm keep filming so much and I'm supposed to be off my phone, and also it's taken away from reading time, and it's gonna be a lot to edit. Also, I'm not sure if I want to go to Friday or Sunday. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. Okay. So it is like 5 p.m. 5:30ish. And I'm trying to do the math. I'm tired. I think, let's see, I read 63 pages of Sunburn because I listened to that while I was puzzling. Probably a little bit over that, but I'll just count it as 63 because I know that when listening to it, certain chapters that I listened to were 63 pages. And I listened to another chapter, but I don't know how many pages that was, so I just won't count that. I don't know. I'm not doing the math. And then right now, I'm still reading, but right now I've read, just do the math, 85 pages of God of the Woods, and then I think I've read about 5 pages of Tapestry of Fate. So, doing 85 plus 63, I don't even know why I'm doing this in my head, but it's like 148 plus the 10, 158. We still have like 80 or so pages left to do today. Again, probably not going to be able to do that, but I'm proud of the progress we have made. I'm towards the end of God of the Woods at 64% right now. Enjoying it. You know, it's still kind of the same way I was feeling earlier. As far as Sunburn, this one's pissing me off. But it's pissing me off in a way that, like, I relate to so much growing up as far as being queer and, like, hiding it and then doing what you thought you should do because you wanted parental acceptance and things like that. I definitely feel like if I had either ebook or a physical copy, I'd be highlighting a lot. And I'm at like the 80% mark of that. So we'll be finishing up that one soon, probably tomorrow or the day after. But I'm liking it. It's just kind of infuriating. But I'm glad that I'm reading it. But yeah, right now, 150-ish, 140-ish page mark. Still got like 80 pages to go to meet the 236. Again, tomorrow's 193, I think. So we'll see how far we get. Right now, we're trying. We're trying to get to our page count. But I think any reading is good reading, so I'm proud of us. Hey friends, we are long overdue for an update. It is like 3 p.m. the next day. I did fail yesterday. Yep, I did fail. I ended up reading total 178 pages, which I'm trying to tell myself that it's still something to be proud of. We just didn't meet the 236 page goal. But today, it is 3 p.m., and I am at the 100 and 43 page mark of today. And today we have 193, so we have 50 pages left to go. It looks like I have like 13 or so pages left of Guide of the Woods, so I'm going to sit here and finish that and then give you my thoughts. I did download Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet for my Kindle Next, if I just want to read my Kindle. Sorry, it's shaking a little bit. And then I also have physically Tapestry of Fate if I want to read that. But if I do just want to get pages, I could probably also finish Sunburn. So, we have options. Trying to figure out where my energy level is today. It's pretty low, I think. So I feel like it might just be me sitting and reading, which is definitely what needs to be done. I have not looked yet at what tomorrow is, but it looks to be about the same thing as for today, like 190. And I think tomorrow might be the last day of this. So we'll see how far we get in books. And I'm going to sit here and finish this up. Overall, that's kind of how I'm feeling. I'm wondering what it is that makes everybody crazy about this, I guess. Don't really know. Hey friends, it's late in the next day, and I didn't read much today. It's like 9 p.m., but I do have updates for yesterday. After finishing that last clip, I did end up finishing God of the Woods by Liz Moore. This one I ended up giving a 3.75. I understand why people like it so much, but I don't know. I think it was just too many characters for me to be super invested. And I felt like if there were less characters to follow, I would have been more, I guess, stuck on what am I looking out for here, what are the twists gonna be, but I just kind of was confused. But it was very atmospheric. It felt like I was reading something from that time frame. So 3.75, I think is a good rating for that. So I ended up yesterday total for that one reading, thinking about that, 155 pages. And then I ended up also finishing Sunburn by Chloe Michelle Howarth, I think. This one I feel like I talked about a little bit, but I ended up finishing up the last like 30% of it while I was playing a video game. Tiny little bookshop. But I finished up the last like 88 pages. And I did end up really liking it. Again, it's another thing where I was liking it, but I also was like seeing a lot of myself in it. And a lot of like frustration for the characters, but knowing that like with contemporaries, a lot of the times the frustration is because they're just doing things that happen in real life, and why are we doing that, you know? But I ended up giving it a 4-star. I didn't think that I would like it, because it came from a book club that I'm not usually like agreeing with a lot of the things that they want to read, so it was surprising to me, and I also had not heard of that one. But I didn't, like, I think I already said this, but I ended up giving it 4 stars. And I obviously listened to that one on audio. So, like I said, that one was the last 88 pages, so I ended up reading like around 230 pages yesterday, which was really good. Why didn't we do that the day before, you know? So we definitely completed yesterday. Yay. Now as far as today, I don't know if I'm calling today, even we participated, really. I think I was kind of hitting my burnout. I spent a lot of last night trying to find thrillers with good twists. And I tried to start Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet, and I did not like it. um, I did end up picking up today Oona Out of Order, I think, and got around 20 pages in. So I only read like 20 pages so far today, and obviously I'm pretty tired right now. So I think we're just gonna go either say this was a fail for today or just not count it, because I think I looked and it would have to be 193 pages for today, and we obviously didn't do that. But overall, over the past couple days, we've read a lot, and I'm really proud of that. So I'll do a final wrap up here later, probably tomorrow when I'm more awake, but just wanted to come hop on and say that what we read yesterday and what I didn't end up reading today. But again, still proud of any progress. Any reading is good reading. Just not what I didn't reach the goals. Will say I pick up my phone a lot, so for a normal person, I probably would have met their goals, just not mine. But I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Hey friends, this is Editing Kai coming in, just wrapping up the vlog. So overall, we succeeded, 2 times, I think, out of the 3 days we did this. Not 3, 5 days. Sorry, brain, not mathing. Which isn't great, but we got pretty damn close every other time. And we ended up reading at least over 100 pages each day, which is pretty good. Especially when I'm tired, I don't want to read, or I'm just not feeling up to it. Which overall, I really like to showcase that living with chronic pain, chronic illnesses, you can never predict how you're going to feel. And I like to have that sometimes shown in the videos, even though it can be a little bit disheartening. But yeah, overall, we finished, I think, 3 books. We ended up finishing The Someday Garden, again, in 3.5, 3.75. Overall, like that book. Then we ended up finishing God of the Woods, another 3.575. Okay overall, just wasn't what I was expecting or really wanting. And then we ended up finishing Sunburn, which ended up getting a 4-star. I really resonated with that one. And then we got a little bit further into, or starting and getting into Oona Out of Order. And then I started many and DNF many others. And then also started Tapestry of Fate, which I only got like 2 chapters into. But I really liked it, even though it felt like definitely a challenge. I definitely think that challenges like this definitely push me for if there's any ideas to do more of these or something similar. Also, if you have thriller recommendations that will actually get me, please let me know. But yeah, I'm overall really grateful, and thank y'all for watching.